So one of the things that I really learnt during this process was how to approach this in a very kind of full body, full spirit sort of a way. And once we came up with the idea of focusing on 3 women and their lives, then as we developed the piece of work, watching Mitul dance and listening to the kind of directions from Shambik, I was also very much aware that each one of those women had a particular sort of experience in her body of what domestic violence and what femicide really represented. And so in the piece you can see how differently they're represented, how they move differently, and we deliberately make a contrast in a couple of cases between their movement in relationship to their sense of autonomy and joy as independent women, and that contrasts then with how their physical movement and autonomy is constrained by the violence that they then experience. So that to me was that's a very striking aspect that I hadn't really sort of thought about, and that came about through the rehearsal and development process. I think there are some other things. I mean, how did that affect how I approach things? I also realised that as the narrator, which we decided I would be, I also had to, in some sense, also inhabit people's bodies. I had to be the narrator for those experiences. And so as we developed the piece, I learned how to kind of paint pictures with my words, and to really give the space for the developing dance to be that picture, represent that picture. So it was very much... Femicide is an act of destruction. That's what I learned during my research, is that those who kill women in the way that I document, it's an act of destruction, of erasure, of complete doing away with the identities of the women, because of the excessive violence that's used. And I think we've succeeded collectively in getting to that sense of how women are destroyed, not just psychically and mentally, but literally physically pulverized through the dance expression and also through the other use of props that we developed through the process.